It's finally time to sail through our village of Westport, Nova Scotia. This is Family Sailing Vlog, and you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Let's go! Okay, so today's tour is going to be of Westport, the village of Westport, which is the main town on Briar Island, from our sailboat as we go through the town. So this is our first time going into Westport by water. You can see the first houses and properties, and then further ahead is the main village, and continues all the way to the lodge at the other end. So this first corner here, up at the top, is where you can see Peter's Island Lighthouse behind us, and the Joshua Slocum Monument is up there at that corner. And this section is called Irish Town, actually, and will continue to be as we get around the corner here. So we're coming up here on the first wharf on the island, which is the whale watching wharf, and that's where the whale watching boats are mostly stored, in this area at this wharf. And people who come to the island to take tours, because it is one of the very popular things to do on Briar Island, is to take a whale watching tour. They will come out to this wharf over here in Irish Town to leave on the boat. And then we'll just continue our tour along the water here. So this big set of buildings you can see in front of us with the red roofs, that is the local store on the island and the Ice House gift shop across from it, and also the local pub, Chetwick's Pub. They have a really nice outdoor space under the flags there, and it is really one of the most important landmarks on our island, because it's the main store, the gas station, the restaurant, that kind of thing. So it's really important to the community. Behind it, you can see the Baptist Church. The steeple that you see in the background is the original Baptist Church, but the current Baptist Church is the white building you see in behind the store there, because they sold the large church on the hill, and it's now an artist residency called Hammer and Sky, and a really awesome part of the Westport community. Along the shore here, you're also seeing a bunch of fish houses. These are active fish houses being used by fishermen, either to store their gear, or they use it when they're baiting. There's lots of ropes and buoys always around these fish houses, but these are an important part of Nova Scotia fishing culture, are these fish houses that are built out over the water on these stilts, so you can see them as you go along the shore here. We're getting now toward the main town of Westport. We've got the various fish plant buildings coming up along the shore. And these larger warehouse buildings are all used as part of the year-round fishery operation that takes place on Briar Island. We have a very active lobster fishery during lobster season, and then also many other fishing priorities on this island, which are all very important. So each of these larger buildings are in some way part of that, owned to help support the fishing industry. We also have another type of fishing industry on the island, which is a fish farm. And this is controversial in some areas, open pen fish farming. And I'm not going to get into the politics of it. I will just say that it is a aquaculture part of our island, right out from the main harbor, and you can always see the boats going back and forth to the fish farm. There's also a number of moorings there. Most of those moorings are related to the lobster fishery and are not active moorings for boats most of the time. Okay, so we're starting to get our first look at some of the fishing boats up against the wall here. This is on the outside of the main wharf. And there in the background, it looks like the Nova Scotia ferry is going out. The ferry is a huge part of island life. You cannot get off this island with a vehicle unless you take the ferry. So it is essential for the community to have the ferry running back and forth. Oh, it looks like it's coming in, not going out. So the ferry is coming in, which happens multiple times a day, basically on the hour, or more often if there's overflow. and it's how our kids get to school. It's how we go when we're going to buy our groceries from a bigger city. We would head out on the ferry, and yeah, it's an essential part of island life for sure, and really important to the community. So we'll just watch it for a second as it comes in, and then we'll continue on the tour. Mike says it's 50 feet deep here, and this is the main harbor of the town. You've got the Coast Guard boats right there, and that's our backup ferry sitting there. So we're now getting into the kind of main sections of town here, passing the ferry dock. And there is our house right here, this little one with the red roof over there. And we have a wharf. You may have seen a video from the wharf. We'll definitely do more of those. That's our little wharf right in front of our house. And right beside it, you have 2 active fish houses that are still used by fishermen in the community. So I think Mike's going to go closer to the house. So Mike is doing some laps around in front of our house because he wants to check what the depths are here. So as he usually does when he's in a new anchorage area, he likes to check the depths. And he is doing the same thing here to kind of get a feel for what it's like right in front of the house. So he may end up doing a few laps.
Maybe one more circle.
Yeah, he says he's going to do one more circle. No problem. All right, we're going to continue our tour now that we've circled around a little bit in front of the house. We're going to continue our tour of the island and see what there is to see. Looks like Mike's going to get the sail up. There's also some really great little history books about Briar Island and the community, and I've been reading those with interest. So learning all about some of the different historical aspects of this village. One thing I was a little nervous about was all the shipwrecks that were in this area. There's a map of shipwrecks, and there's quite a lot of them in one of the history books. So yeah, that's a little stressful. Up on the hill there is Briar Island Lodge. They're one of the main employers in town and have a wonderful accommodation. So if you're ever coming to Briar Island, this would be one of the places you can stay. It's a beautiful spot. Okay, I want to point out this house in the corner here because if you can see from the pictures, there are a number of whale bones all around the house. And it is called the Whale House when you're on the island visiting. Many people stop, and you can see right on the lawn there's some incredible whale bones. We're still sailing through town here, and the ferry's going by, heading to its destination, which is Long Island and Freeport, which is the town on the other side. But yes, the ferry is a great part of the community, and we're very lucky to have it. Looks like we're not getting a ton of wind, but still nice to be able to sail by the island for sure. So that was kind of fun. We just went in, did a couple laps in front of the house to check the depths, and went sailing by to sort of see what what it was like. And now we're just going to enjoy the pace again, and maybe do some more whale watching today. Definitely do some more sailing today. That's what we're here for sure. And there's just this one last area along the coast that we haven't explored yet. So we're going to just kind of meet back up with Northern Light as we continue on here. Okay, so we're just going along the shore here, last sort of section as we get closer to the lighthouse. There's a couple of cool coves in here. We're going to sail past. Sails are changing here. Approaching the lighthouse again. This is Northern Light. And last time we saw it, we were coming from the west side of the island. And now we're approaching it from a different angle. So these are some of the rocks that the kids really love. Of course, we don't go right out to the shore completely, but it's a wonderful place to walk and a very natural playground here at this lighthouse. All three lighthouses get lots of tourist traffic throughout the summer months. Makes sense to watch my head. So that's it. We've now completed our lap of the island. We've gone through the eastern side and saw the village of Westport, and now we're just going to sail along at a nice slow pace unless the wind picks up, and then it might be a faster pace. But time to enjoy some sailing. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.